From the WDWL TV multiplex, live from the newsroom, we bring you the pride of the station, the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man. Oh, that would be me. And the grumpy vulture. Would you like to see ya? Look at the camera. There you go. Greetings, friends. Let me tell you, right now in Cleveland, for all you people like out in California and Florida, it's a warm and toasty 2 degrees. It is so fucking cold, I had to bring in the portable fireplace to keep warm. Oh, and speaking of keeping warm, hold on a minute. There, now, Grumpy's head is really warm. Oh, let's get this straightened around here. And if you notice, what does it say on Grumpy's new head warmer? It says, Pepe's Towing Service. Yes, let me give you a little background on this beanie. As most of you know, or I should say the ones that know me personally, back in the 70s and 80s, Grumpy did towing and recovery work. Okay, the premier equipment of the day was a Holmes 850. That was a twin boom wrecker with 2 winches. We thought, oh man, we've got the top of the line equipment. Well, not compared with today's equipment. See, we would show up like on a tractor trailer rollover, fully loaded. And law enforcement would say, hey fellas, how long is you going to have the road tied up? And we'd be like, well, probably 2 or 3 hours. And they'd look at you and say, what the fuck? And then you'd have to explain, well, we're going to have to run out about 300 feet of cable. We're going to have to use about half a dozen or more snatch blocks. We got to look for something to tie down to. And then, rigging is going to take 2 hours easy. And they'd be like, oh, come on. And we're like, hey, these things don't flip themselves. Well, I just happened one day to come across this towing and recovery website on YouTube, Pepe's. I click on the video, and I was like, holy yutchafuck, what are they using for tow trucks today? They're using something called rotators. These are great. They're family owned and operated since 1979. March of 1979, they started with one F-350, put a tow body on it and went, hey, we're a towing company. Since then, they have expanded to well over 80 vehicles. That's a fleet, people. They are home to the city of Los Angeles with the only 75-ton rotator. Oh, you ought to see that truck. Oh, my God. And the one I really love, the Hulk. Check that one out. And they are Los Angeles exclusive heavy-duty official police garage. I'll tell you what, people, you have got to be a premier operation to be awarded something like that. Besides their many accomplishments, I'm reading my cheat sheet. They are the central tower for the California Highway Patrol, East, Central, South Divisions, and El Tadena. Oh, Grumpy likes that, El Tadena. You got to check them out. You've got to check them out. Go on YouTube and put in Pepe's Towing Service. And then you will end up like Grumpy, binge watching all of their recovery. You know, people, with these rotators, they make it look like a piece of cake. Believe me, it hasn't changed from the days when Grumpy was doing recovery work, because it is a lot of mental math that you have to do. You have to, all right, am I going to exceed my cable strength? How many chains am I going to need to rig so that I don't, run the risk of breaking or overstressing something? I'll tell you what, I had two eyes like saucers when I saw them take a tractor trailer and barrel roll it. They had this sucker in mid-air, and they do it all the time. They make it look easy. They can take something up in mid-air and barrel roll it and gently set it back down on the ground. I'll tell you what, these guys are amazing. And, it's like they read each other's thoughts. They'll start to rig a truck, and next thing you know, man number 2, man number 3, and man number 4, they don't need to be told what to do. They automatically go to their post, get their items set up, and then the countdown starts. 3, 2, 1, and you start to see a container or a fully loaded tractor trailer unit come up off the ground in the air upside down. And then they slowly turn it around and set it down on the wheels. I am amazed. And these guys are like one giant family. They do outstanding work. And I have to thank Josh for the Beanie. I emailed him and I explained, Grumpy's an old cranky bastard that living on disability income. And I says, hey, after going through chemo, Grumpy has a bald head that gets really cold, and I go through goddamn beanies like China goes through rice. And I said, hey, Can you give me just a little bit of help? Josh sends me an email. Your beanie's on the way. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I wasn't looking for a freebie. And, it boiled down to probably felt sorry for the old bastard. But I think in the back of his mind, he was like saying, hey, here was a guy in the 70s and 80s in all kinds of weather. 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Was out there busting his ass, doing a rollover with, technically today, antiquated equipment. Because that was all we had. We had chains. We had snatch blocks, cable. We would have a lot of times. It was basically a coin toss. The wreck was like right on the line between our territory and their territory. So they got to the scene a couple minutes before us. And the police said, okay, it's theirs. All right, you don't want to piss people off. So we were like, okay, we'll stand by in case you need some help. And, they were kind of a cocky outfit, and they were like, eh. So we're standing by, we're watching them, they're starting to rig. And they go to roll this truck over. It was a dump truck. And all of a sudden, their truck's starting to slide. Well, we didn't have outriggers and digger spades like they have in these new trucks. You were throwing 4x4s under the wheels. Well, the wheels were sliding, the 4x4s were sliding. Okay, Mr. Brainiac, he decides, oh, there's a light pole. I'll tie down to that. Okay. So he chains his truck to the light pole. And me and my assistant manager are sitting there going, oh, watch this. This is going to be fun. And they were like, what the fuck you grinning about? Nothing. As he starts to winch, we hear snap, crackle, pop. Well, that light pole broke like a matchstick. Next thing you know, the light pole fell onto the wreck that they were trying to overturn. And power went out for about 30 blocks. Oh. Well, they turned to us and they said, can you give us a little help? Grumpy kind of played the prick and went, well, gee. So I, pulled up with my Holmes 850 and anchored down, and we assisted them with the rollover. But I'll tell you what, Grumpy didn't let them live that one down. Oh, no. Anytime I sold them, I ran into them or I saw them on the street or in a coffee shop, I was like, hey, you Grumpy. Okay. I wasn't the one that broke the light pole that knocked the power out for 30 blocks. They tried to turn it into their insurance, and their insurance was like, wait a minute. You tied your tow truck to a power pole. Then you broke the power pole. Us to pay for it? I don't either. So, I wanted to make this thank you video to Josh for sending me this beautiful beanie. And I mean, this sucker is heavy. Oh, man, I love it. And it's made from recycled material. Yes, my head is going to be like it's in an oven. Oh, I love this beanie. Josh, you're a hell of a guy. Grumpy and the bird. Oh. We want to thank you because a happy Grumpy makes the bird happy over there. Otherwise, I give him a lot of shit. I got to warm up here by the fireplace. Yeah. Portable fireplace. Wait till the CEO sees that in here. He'll be like, oh, Jesus. You're trying to set the place on fire? No, I'm just trying to warm my ass. And snow. Now, I know you can, in California, you can drive up in the mountains and see snow. We get it delivered right to our driveway and our front lawn and our back lawn. And yeah, it gets delivered. We don't have to drive and look for it. You go to sleep at night. You look out. You see grass. Look out. You see grass. You see concrete, asphalt. The next morning, I am going to be super warm with my Pepe's towing service beanie. Oh, yes. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. I wasn't looking for a freebie. I was just looking for a little bit of a discount. Now, everybody that sees this is going to go, oh, Josh giving away beanies. This is going to go, oh, Josh giving away beanies. People, don't beg Josh for a beanie. He did this out of the kindness of his heart. He was like, hey, that rotten old bastard in Cleveland has a cold head. I want to keep his head warm. And, oh, is this going to keep my head warm? Oh, yes. And I love the embroidery. Oh, I'll tell you what. Whoever does your embroidery work, they didn't spare any expense. People, this is not that cheap, thin crap that comes out of China. Oh, no. Somebody had to be sitting behind an embroidery machine doing each letter at a time, because this ain't no mass-produced stuff. And it is thick. Yeah, they didn't spare any expense. You guys got classy merch, or what do they call it? Swag? Merch, swag, whatever. I was looking through all the stuff. People, go to their merch store and show them a little bit of love. Order something. Order a mug. Order a beanie. Order a hoodie. Subscribe to their channel. Of his heart was nice enough to all of that stuff. And then go to their merch store and buy yourself some swag. Because I'll tell you what, if the beanies are this outstanding quality, I can almost imagine what the hoodies are like, or what the mugs, or the duffel bags. I get the impression that everybody in the company looked this stuff over before they contracted with whoever, is doing their merch for them, and went, wait a minute. We're Pepe's. We're the premier tower in L.A. We need premier merch. And I'm sure they rejected a lot of crap, because there's a lot out there, believe me. I've ordered some. Yeah. Nothing like The third time you wear a hoodie and you go to zip it up and the fucking zipper breaks. Oh, I'm glad I spent $40 on that hoodie. I can guarantee the merch or swag from Pepe's is all as high class, outstanding as this beanie is. So show them some love, people. Grumpy can't afford to buy anything. So I want you to show them a little love. Subscribe to their channel. Do whatever you can to show Grumpy's appreciation. And Grumpy got his new glasses today, too. The new look for the old fart. What do you think, people? Kind of cool, huh? Square with round lenses. I love it. Got to get used to them, though. I just put them on about an hour ago. I put them on, I was just like, whoa! Grumpy didn't realize he was that blind. No, they're just for reading and computer work. Ever since I had the Cadillac surgery, the eyes are... But they just need little help behind a computer or reading a book or watching recovery videos from Pepe's. Oh, people. Matter of fact, he has got some of the best camera equipment I have seen in a long time. Oh, yeah. He's got one camera. You people, you don't get it. You're in front of the truck, you're behind the truck. You're in front of the truck, you're behind the truck. Oh, neat. And you ought to see some of his drone footage. Holy shit. Amazing. Uh-oh. You know, I called my computer repairman, and he told me, you got too much shit in your video memory. He says, delete half of it. So I did. I deleted it. I did a defrag. I did a file clean. Oh, I'm still getting that goddamn red warning saying, oh, you might have some buffering here and there. You might have some freezing here and there. What have I got to do? Delete everything out of my video file? Oh, wait till I call my computer man in the morning. Grumpy's going to give him a piece of his mind. And there ain't much left. Yeah, he told me you won't get none of them red warnings anymore. Oh! And then Grumpy got a spanking today. Yeah, I got this big warning from Prism saying you're using copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. That MGM theme music has been around since the 30s. I don't think MGM is going to come after my ass because I use it for my intro. And my outro music has been around since WWII. I don't think they're going to come after me for using their music. They should be happy I'm using it. Oh, no. Prism, YouTube, they're like, oh, you can't be using that music. I'm not monetized. What are you going to do? You know, they threaten, oh, you could lose your monetization. I ain't getting a goddamn dime. I only got 53 subscribers. Jesus, what are you going to do? Take a subscriber away? Yeah, speaking of 53 subscribers, can we Can we get it close to 60? Can I get maybe like, all right, we got 52. Can we get like 55 by the end of the month? I'm trying to work to the 100, but that's going to take a year. Please. Okay, Grumpy's begging. Oh my God. I didn't think the day had come I would be begging for somebody to subscribe. Didn't I like this? I got to tell you, people, Grumpy's head is warm and toasty. No bullshit. I have. Where did I put it? Oh, it's hanging up. I got one of them beanies made in China. If you stretch it enough, you can fucking see through it. You think it keeps my head warm? No. But I gotta wear something. I'm slowly running out of beanies. You know, you can only wash them so many times, and then the elasticity is gone. I've got one that it stretches out to about here now. I put it on, I could use it for a sleeping bag. That one went. Whoosh. Yeah, they don't like to be washed and dried, washed and dried, washed and dried. And yes, I follow the washing instructions. I see all my women listeners going out there. Oh, you men don't know how to do laundry. Yes, Grumpy knows how to do laundry. I've been divorced long enough, believe me. I do laundry, I cook, I clean. Sometimes I even iron. Rarely. The only thing that I really had to iron was the one day I washed my drapes and I didn't take them out of the dryer. I forgot. The next morning I went, oh. So Grumpy had to pull out the iron and the ironing board. If I'd have put an apron on, I'd have looked like Beaver the Cleaver's mother. Hello, Mrs. Cleaver. Yeah. Although, I have a friend. You'd think she was living back in the 50s. Yes, to this day. Here we are, 2025. She cleans in a dress. She has two types of aprons. She has the waist apron, and then she has the full bib type apron. Yes. I says to her one day, why don't you put on some like grungy clothes, you know, like a sweatsuit? And she's like, what? And have my neighbors see me like that? And I was like, whoa. I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. She's out there tending to her flowers in a dress and an apron. And the 90-year-old woman next door to her has got a sweatsuit on and beat up tennis shoes going, hi there. Probably going, who is that woman? Oh, I love her dearly. I've known her since 6th grade. But she thinks she's Mrs. Cleaver. Heaven forbid a hair is out of place. Oh, yeah. The one day she happened to be in a sweatsuit. She had a sweatshirt on and sweatpants. And I showed up at the house. Holy fuck. Did I get hell? She's like, don't ever show up here unannounced. What? I was in the neighborhood. I saw her out of her Mrs. Beaver Cleaver clothing. Oh, Jesus Christ. She was embarrassed as hell. Oh, God, you saw me like that? What the hell is the matter with you? It's 2025, not 1955. I don't want to piss her off. She sends me the comics out of the paper weekly. Because she knows Grumpy's too cheap to buy a newspaper. And she gets two. And she cuts the comics out. The ones she knows that I'll enjoy. Me, I'm dropping frames. So, if your YouTube stops and starts, people, there's still something fucked up here. I deleted a shitload of crap out of my goddamn hard drive. Jeez. It's telling me I'm dropping frames. So if you get one of these and I'm not moving but the voice is going and then all of a sudden I move again, I'm sorry. I got to figure out what the hell's going on now. And no, I didn't bring the computer over from the other studio. I guess that's the next thing. I figured by deleting a bunch of shit, this computer'd be okay. But I guess I have to bring the newer computer over from the other studio. Speaking of studios, the CEO said Grumpy's studio is getting real close to being finished. The problem is, he still won't tell me where it is. I have the sneaking hunch it's down in the fucking basement. Like for New Year's Eve when he stuck me in the storeroom to do my live stream. But I'm not bugging him too much. He's actually giving me a studio. I think he feels bad because of that desk way back there in the corner. The one that basically, in order for me to get a message from the receptionist, she has to call a Tibetan Sherpa. Yeah, he buried me back in the corner. Never a dull moment, folks. You can tell me and the CEO don't see eye to eye. Although, the day that I toilet papered his new Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith, he wasn't too happy with me. I figured, if you're going to be that brazen to park your brand new Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith right outside the entrance to the corporate office, Grumpy's going to wrap it in toilet paper. Oh, was he pissed? Oh, it was hilarious. 7,000 feet of toilet paper on my Rolls Royce. Ever since then, I've been on his shit list. Oh, but I loved every second of it. A guy in Italian, $300 Italian leather loafers, wearing a $1,000 Gucci suit. with Armani cufflinks, ripping toilet paper off of his Rolls Royce. And then he goes, "Who did this? You think somebody was going to raise their hand? Not me." But I got ratted out by the security guard. That's all right, I fixed him. The next morning he come into work. His little hut at the beginning of the driveway was wrapped in 3,000 feet of Charmin. Don't fuck with Grumpy. Ask the bird. And with that, I think before I drop some more frames, I'm going to sign off, people. Let me get my outro music going here. No. It wanted to play the intro. Here we go. Some copyrighted music. Yes, we know where and when. We will meet again tomorrow night at the WDWL TV multiplex. And probably in the newsroom again. And friends, please go on YouTube and put in Pepe's Towing Service. Watch all of their videos. Binge watch their videos like Grumpy did. Yes, show them some love and appreciation for sending Grumpy this wonderful beanie. And Josh, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. You made an old man happy. And with that, we will meet again tomorrow night. Same station, hopefully around the same time. And with that, Grumpy and the bird wish you a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care and stay warm. See ya.